Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Krugman, and I am the honorable mention for this year's President's Award for Undergraduate Student Writing. I'm absolutely honored to be with you tonight, and that my submission, Visions of Solidarity, Social Change, Power, and Worlds Beyond Refuge, has been chosen by your society. Tonight, I'll be reading a short passage from this chapter of my senior thesis written at Middlebury College, titled Power and Possibility. These new ways of being, altered understandings of what it means to be a Dinka, an Equatoria, a refugee, or a host, forged through the slow exchange and relationships created through interaction over time, point towards the creation of social solidarities that possess power and are counter to the oppressive systems that subject forced migrants to refuge. Following David Graeber, the dynamic solidarity and new ways of being crafted on Murray can be seen as counterpower. He outlines the concept as such. Counterpower is a collection of social institutions set in opposition to the state and capital, from self-governing communities to radical labor unions to popular militias. When such institutions maintain themselves in the face of the state, this is usually referred to as dual power situations. As emphasized throughout this thesis, Murray is first a space that is suspended between nation-state governance and humanitarian control, where both of these structures, following neoliberal frameworks, have left the settlement to govern itself. Second, in the vacuum of self-governance, a moving, unsettled dynamic nexus of ethnic institutions brought onto the settlement by the forced migrants simultaneously interact and synthesize. In the face of material scarcity and in a space where the state nor humanitarian governance provide subsistence, these institutions and the moral economy that they have created have a heightened power, influence, and importance in daily life. The forced migrants of Murray settlement demonstrate how people called refugees enter liminal humanitarian spaces with ways of being and institutions born from outside and before entry into refuge. Their actions of exchange and redistribution of wealth show how these indigenous knowledge systems and social organizations adapt to the carcerality of the refugee camp. Their ability to form solidarity based on these understandings beyond refuge through years of repeated exchange and interaction shows how the modern imposition of refuge must be seen as an inhibitor of these processes of composition that would unfold despite its existence. In other words, a possible world beyond refuge exists and is unfolding on Murray settlement every day. The myriad actions and constant recreation of social being among those called refugees on Murray begins to envision how power in carceral spaces, antithetical to that space itself, is created, maintained, and imagines a world without incarcerated forced migrants. Thank you all again, and have a wonderful night.